Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend, Glenn. I am in Las Vegas today with the incredible Anna Scozzafava, Chief Strategy Officer and SVP of Technology with Choice Hotels. First, I want to thank our friends over at Actabl. Actabl gives you the power to profit. Check them out at actabl.com. First, I'd like to say it's been really fun watching you grow in your career. And I think in like 10, 15 years, you started at a real low level. Now you're almost running the whole show.
Almost.
No, yeah. No, but I mean, it's pretty amazing to have, with a chief role, an SVP role. So congratulations on all of that.
Thank you, Glenn.
For our younger viewers out there, what does it take to find success with a single company over such a long period of time?
Yeah, I would say make sure you take a risk, go do different things, try different things, right? Because that's really where you're going to learn.
You get out of your comfort zone. That's where the magic.
Absolutely. When you're uncomfortable, that's where the best magic happens. Yeah, you're going to grow.
So speaking of uncomfortable, technology. How do you understand it? How do you relate to it? And as the SVP of technology, it seems like you got your job cut out for you. I can imagine the human being in this kind of a role 20 years ago, it was kind of like this. Now it's like, what happens? Like you're here at this conference, there's probably already 50 new products that have been introduced. How do you even begin to put together an understanding of what technology should be for Choice Hotels?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to separate the noise from the signal, right? And so we're really focused on three things, right? We're going to drive profitability, drive operational efficiency, and make sure that we're providing the best tools for our owners and guests. The thing that I think separates us and that gives us a little bit of an advantage is that we have 650 technologists that this is what they do all day every day. So we get to co-create with our owners. So we know what they're looking for.
650?
What needs to be brought.
You need one more. My son's looking for an internship.
Let's send them our way.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that and figure it out personally, but how do you understand when you're gonna pull the trigger on a technology? What is really a fad? Like you think it's going to be a valuable thing today, but what is realistically a trend that you need to get on, but not too early, but not too late?
That's actually pretty hard, right? I mean, so I think there's, we always try and keep up with the latest trends. We do something called mastery. And that really helps us kind of evolve our thinking around like what is truly a trend versus what is the thing that we actually need to jump on and make sure that it's something that we're putting in our repertoire that's actually going to provide value, right? So given the amount of expertise that we have, both within our associate base, our technologists, and then the leadership team, you use technology every day, right? I use technology every day. So
I find, and this is systemic, I think, of humankind, that a lot of times we look at our businesses and don't think about how we're utilizing technology ourselves to inform us how we should be leveraging it in our companies we work with.
Yeah. Fair enough. I will say my 16 and 14-year-old keep me quite humble on some of that, right? So I get a dose of kind of what's actually up and coming and where the next generation's using, which I think is also really important as we think about what the future state's going to look like.
And fortunately, during this event, I had an opportunity to do a roundtable with Pat Pacious, CEO, and yourself and some other executives. And you've been doing stuff with AI for 5 years.
Absolutely.
It's only been in the cultural zeitgeist for like 2.5.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep. I mean, look, we recognize the power of what that could actually bring to us and the value that that's actually going to drive. I mean, whether it's from our Choice Max product, right, that we've been using for a number of years, that actually helps from a pricing and profitability standpoint. That's a prime example of something that we've been able to introduce and drive real value from.
So how does all of the technology fold into your role as a chief strategy officer?
That's a great question. I mean, it's really the intersection, right? So when you think about the growth strategy of an organization, that technology, and if you're tech forward, it will enable that growth. So when you think about the resource allocation and where we want to go, how we want to power each one of our segments and make sure that we're serving our guests in the right way, we need technology, right? So understanding how that intersects together and how to make that actually work for you, that's my role as a chief.
So you have the perfect technology today. How do you make sure you keep an eye on it? Because technology is such a thing. Like, I buy a new phone and then the next morning they announce a brand new phone. So when you have technology, it's moving so rapidly. I have a feeling you can't just set it and forget it, as the cliche goes.
No. I mean, it's an evolving thing. It's a living thing, right? And you want to make sure that you're picking your partners really carefully. That you're skating to where the puck is going, that you understand the capabilities that they're going to need in the future.
No, like the hockey reference, right?
It is rookie season.
Yeah, a little Wayne Gretzky reference over there. Anything else we need to know?
I mean, look, it's the year of growth. I mean, we've gotten, super transformational things going on, whether it's in our upscale segment, our extended stay segment, technology. It's an exciting place to be right now at Choice Hotels.
Beautiful. I love it. This is Anna. I'm Glenn. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.